What if next thing you go to the library, you do see a girl in a bike costume?
Well, when pigs fly, you know.
Damn, when was the last time I went to a library? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
When was the last time I went to school? When was the last time I read a book?
That's the most unrealistic part. Going to a
I like.
library.
Well,
Right.
that's what you
That's
you
fucked
took
up.
that away from it.
This is a Valiant Star podcast. Enjoy.
What's happening, beautiful nerds, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerds Be Like podcast. I'm Antonio, and as always, we have Brandon, Dan, Eric, Lenny, and myself, as well as a special guest, yet again, Julian is back for episode 83.
Woo woo!
And instead of asking Dan what we're doing, I'm just going to say it for once. This time,
What are we doing, Tones? What are we doing?
What are we doing? This week, we are continuing on with the Valentine's Day theme and talking about our favorite rom-coms. And this episode is going to be a lot less of a mess because we actually prepared.
Fickle on the rom-com, though. Some of these are just sad.
Don't worry, mine's definitely rom-com.
That's true.
Mine's happy until the end.
I mean, we just saw mine today.
Yeah.
So
Mine's not.
Some are more sus than the others.
I'm gonna cry.
I think we'll put that disclaimer when we get to that. The
I mean, what are the questions? We'll answer that. So that's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, Dan got all expensive for this episode.
That being said,
Not helping you, Dan.
before we get into the topic, as always, we got some news. So, Dan, would you like to start us off with lightning round?
I most definitely would. All right, let's start. Marwan Kenzari, is that how you say it, Eric?
I'm assuming so. Continue.
Okay. He was Jafar in the most recent Aladdin film. He has been cast in Black Adam, and it's looking to be potentially the villain of Black Adam. You know, yay, nay? What are we looking at?
Yay, he was a good Jafar.
I didn't
never
watch
saw
it.
the- I never saw it.
No, he
comment.
was. Like, that
Whatever.
movie was actually pretty good. Like, it holds up. I'll say it. Aladdin holds
I'll
up.
look it up.
Will Smith.
I mean,
Yeah.
to
it's
the
okay.
newer live actions, I
Ooh.
would say, yeah.
Yeah, compared to.
Sure. I never saw the Aladdin.
Damn.
To be fair, they try to do their own thing, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, Tones, you ready for this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy.
you,
So,
you already know who added that last
yeah,
part.
yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
So, a Blue Beetle film is in the works with Angel Manuel Soto, who directed Charm City Kings,
It's on HBO
or is he the
Max.
creator?
He,
Okay.
he directed it.
Okay, so he's directing the Blue Beetle film. Is set to be focused on obviously the Latino teen Jaime Reyes.
Yeah.
And fucking Eric sent me this, and I was so pumped.
Look,
Yeah.
Yo, Eric.
yeah. Like, look, I'm all for Ted Cord. Don't get me wrong, but I know
Oh,
more
yeah.
about Jaime Reyes
Jaime Reyes.
than I do Ted Cord. Like
Like Ted Cord's the OG Blue Beetle,
Yeah.
but like Jaime Reyes, you know.
he's
Like-
like,
like,
souped
I
up.
remember-
Dude, Young Justice and the Blue Beetle show itself just
Yeah.
held up by like, oh my god.
I was telling Eric that like when he sent me that, I was like, "Wow, DC is really diverse with their like directors and like the
Casting.
things they're trying to do." I really like that. I remember who sent the meme that was like DC stands for diverse
Me.
casting. Okay. So yes, definitely a yay.
It's a lit. It's a lit, yeah.
You know, legacy.
I gotta watch Charm City Kings though to see what it's like. You know?
So let's see. Andy Muschietti, is that how you say it?
I don't know, and I never will. But
I
continue.
think that's what it is.
Let's go with it. Let's
So,
go with it. They sound like it.
All right. So the director of The Flash has casted Sasha Calle, which I think that's the way you say it, as Supergirl.
Yeah.
Another Latina or Latino in a DC role.
Did you
Definitely yay.
Yeah.
did you see the video where the
Yes.
the interview and then she
The
just started
Zoom?
crying?
Bro,
Dude,
that
I
was
said
so
everything to
wholesome.
Dan right away. I've been on top
That
of
was
these.
amazing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you really like, I don't know, it'll be different, and I really like it's a different take on Supergirl, yet it still feels connected to like the Henry Cavill kind of look. Let's see. So yay. A Constantine series is in the works at HBO Max. What do you mean a young Riz Ahmed?
They're looking for a young Riz Ahmed type.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. My bad. So obviously Riz Ahmed, who's done various films here and there, Marvel, Star Wars. They're looking to look for a dude like him for a Constantine role.
They want a person of color, basically, is what they're
I could
saying.
see it, but that character's been like really like.
I mean, he's British.
I don't know.
He's
They
British.
probably
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
won't,
British.
but God, if they like have
Riz
the
Ahmed's
guy
British.
who played Lucifer in there as Lucifer at all, that'd be great.
I don't think it's connected.
I know, but I
It
love
would make
him.
it cool.
Yeah.
He's so hot.
Yeah.
They did say everything's connected. Remember that? They had their own press conference and
Oh
said,
my
yeah,
God,
everything's
yeah.
connected somehow. Just,
I mean,
Sounds like a
I'm only
Marvel
saying
game.
that because in whatchamacallit, that's when Lucifer had his cameo.
Oh, and
Crisis.
Legends of the Crisis thing, the Legends
In
of Tomorrow.
Crisis,
the
it was
Flash
Constantine
Arrow,
going to find him. Yeah, that's the only reason why I say that.
Earth 666.
Mm-hmm. That's so fucking edgy, but I love it.
It could have.
I did like the original Constantine, so I'm
Keanu?
having high hopes.
yeah,
for
that's
that.
getting a sequel too. So like,
That
It
and
is
the TV
weird.
show one that only had like one
I mean,
season.
they're just different universes. That's all they gotta say.
I'm okay with it.
It works.
So yay, nay.
yeah,
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's gonna be lit.
Magic is cool.
So we're gonna be taking a little bit of a jump into to Disney Plus and more kind of stuff. So Marvel, some Star Wars things. So Jessica Jones and the Punisher have made their return to Marvel Studios officially. So now all the Netflix characters have returned to Marvel. Yay or nay?
Yay!
I mean, they're not doing anything yet, but like,
But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, there's potential for Jessica Jones and everything because of She-Hulk and the Punisher.
The Punisher was the most badass like series.
Look, I've heard like
He did
people
a good
theorizing
job.
like he could return in Armor Wars
yeah,
with a like an Iron Man style
War
Punisher
Machine.
suit. So it has happened. Yeah.
yeah.
oh, that'd be
Yeah,
lit.
I know it has happened in the comics. So that'd be really
imagine if they
interesting.
push back Falcon and Winter Soldier to put him in there.
Nah,
Don't do that.
nah, I don't think so.
No, no, no,
say
no,
that.
no.
Don't say
well,
that.
they
Don't put
can't
it to
right now.
existence.
No,
Well,
no,
no, they can't.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
It's
I'm
releasing
saying
next
if
month.
they did that, if they like, whatever.
Armor Wars.
I mean, they could put in a small teaser at the end. Here's John Bernthal.
all
with
these
big teeth to go with
shows.
him.
Yeah, at this point, everything that's like they can put them in there now.
Yeah. As like a little end credits thing. We officially got our Spider-Man 3 title. It's we've had a little bit of parody titles from three of the
Tom
actors.
Holland.
Tom
Fucker.
Holland, Zendaya, and what's his name? Jacob.
Yeah.
Forgot his last name. I know his first name is Jacob. But it's called Spider-Man 3 No Way Home. Yeah or nay?
I'm okay with
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's not home record.
Man.
that. Or Phone Home.
Have you seen
I
the
think-
new set photos for, that we released?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stills, yeah. I think it's a good title enough. I mean, they're stuck with the home part from Homecoming and everything. It's good enough for the multiverse
Yeah.
kind of title.
If he isn't stuck in it by the end of the movie, I'm gonna be upset.
I think something you're not going to be upset by. Loki has a release date of June 11th.
Sorry.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
That was lit. Do it again.
All right, I'm going to move forward. The Bad Batch has a release date of May 4th. So again,
Let's go.
Star Wars-ish. Yeah. The Star Wars Day? Yeah, May the 4th.
Let's go, Fennec.
Disney Plus
Yeah.
again. Monsters at Work series has a release date of July 2nd.
I'm gonna watch out with my son.
I'm
Is
just gonna
that-
watch that.
What is that?
It's the
haven't
Monster
seen-
Inc. series.
Oh,
It's a sequel,
Yeah.
I believe, but I'm not sure.
But I know it's a show.
I
I think
I
it
will
is.
definitely
It's-
watch that.
Of
I mean, I
course.
grew up on Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
That
is your
was my
favorite.
that was my rewind. That was what I rewinded as a kid. So
Yeah. Zoe Ashton,
Listen,
something like that.
look, I was gonna
We
say
gotta, I gotta like
Zoe,
think of
but
Zoe.
you might be right. We gotta figure out
So
these
she
names.
was from Velvet Buzzsaw and quite a few other things. She was cast as the villain in Captain Marvel 2. Still an unknown character, but she's the villain. And I remember she dressed up as Captain Marvel like 2 Halloweens ago or something like that with
Yeah.
Charlie Cox and Tom Hiddleston. Let's see. Last one. Joaquin Phoenix is set to star in Ari Aster's next film for A24 Studios. It will be called Disappointed Boulevard. Yay or nay?
I'm a big yay. After I watch,
I know you guys may not know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't either. I asked Eric.
Listen, listen.
no
Joaquin
comment.
Phoenix,
Comment.
hot off of Joker, and
Right.
this dude, what is his name?
Hereditary director.
Yeah, dude. That
Yeah.
not Hereditary. What's the other one?
Midsummer.
Yo.
Your face.
Yo. If y'all ever have a chance, it's strictly rated R.
Ooh.
Watch Midsummer. Hereditary, I've heard good things, but I haven't watched it. It's on Prime. I think both of them are actually.
I feel like Patty. We gotta tell Patty.
Highly
about that.
recommend
I saw
it. But it's gonna be a good movie no matter what.
It's interesting enough.
Honestly.
Yeah. A thumbs up from Eric.
A24
They can't see you.
Studios.
Not yet, at least. Let's see. Lenny, you're up.
All
That
right.
is it for lightning round.
Now,
That was
for
a
straight up
big-ass
news. There's a lot I'm gonna have opinions about here. Uh,
You're
So
welcome.
I mean, this is straight up news, so you
Yeah.
can have more opinions on it. Yeah.
yeah, that's why. Okay. The first thing is that Nintendo Direct had a pretty big announcement for the Nintendo Direct. The first thing is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sells out overseas. And
After this happens.
After Smash, yeah.
Oh my god, what the hell just happened?
after okay.
You changed that, Eric. I'm mad at you.
Oh, cool.
You should just left it.
And I guess the slightly more important news is that a character from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has been invited to Smash, the game.
To be more specific, 2 and 1 have been.
2 and 1, right.
It's Pyra and Mithra, who are like 2 different personalities of the same character, kind of, and it's gonna be like a switch mechanic. So yeah.
It's going to be a switch between, like, I'm going to just say it. It's going to be a switch between Martha and Ganon. It's going to be funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's gonna be.
Do you think it's going to shake, like, I don't want to say meta because that's a broad term in Smash, but
It depends, because it depends if both of them are good. If both of them
Both
are
of 'em.
decent, then like you can easily just like switch up and like mix up people.
Fucking Migo over
But if like only one's actually viable, like if it's just another Zelda Sheik like melee situation where only Sheik is good, then probably not.
okay. And I'm trying to think of other questions for you because you know more about Smash than me. Out of the gameplay, how do you think this compares to Sephiroth?
Sephiroth, I mean, it's gonna be different because it's not it's 2 different play styles
Yeah.
in one, so it's gonna be like a heavier one and also a faster one. So
Yeah,
Sephiroth is kind of like that, where he's really light, but he has like really heavy attacks, and then he has the ability to just get like faster, but it's not enough to change up the fact that he's still like his attacks are still slow,
right.
even if his speed itself is fast.
So how do you feel? Well, I'll just say both about Xenoblade Chronicles, both selling out overseas and joining Smash.
I mean, it's about time. They only had Shulk for like since
Not
4 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4.
since 4 came out, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 didn't have a rep yet, so I'm glad it's not Rex and it's the 2 anime women. So
It just works in the end.
Yeah.
Next thing is Mario Golf Super Rush. I don't know why this was even on the list.
because it's Mario Golf,
It's
and like
Mario
it
Golf.
looks decent for Mario Golf, but it's Mario Golf.
It's
so I
Mario
don't care.
Golf. If you want a good game, play Mario Tennis. Moving on. Legends of Zelda.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Remaster. I don't play Zelda. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't played
I don't know
Zelda for
how-
the longest time ever.
So Skyward Sword's probably the worst 3D Zelda.
Oh, I know the one.
Yeah, it's bomb bowling, that one.
Oh, God.
So it's not bad, but it was just like it didn't always work the way it
Right.
was intended to. So it's just a lot of fans are just waiting for Breath of the Wild 2, and we didn't get any news on that. We just were told, "Hey, we're doing well. We're making it. Here's Zelda Skyward Sword Remaster instead."
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
ass.
Yeah.
I guess there's not a lot to talk about that either. Splatoon 3 is announced.
When the freak was there at 2.
Oh
It
no.
was
On the Switch.
On the Switch,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
2's been up for a
So
while.
this one, I will. Okay, so this pissed me off, but I will say that in Splatoon, there's these things that like you can pretty much play the game or online, and if you, depending on what side you choose, you pretty much choose whether like you're pretty much polling, and whichever side wins more is the one that wins. So you like play for votes for that poll. And in the last poll, they were just like, it was either something about an apocalyptic scenario or something other scenario. The apocalyptic scenario won, and that was like the last poll they did for 2. And Splatoon 3 takes place in an apocalyptic scenario.
Okay.
Moving on.
So, yeah,
Okay.
that's the only cool thing about it.
So my favorite part of this, Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch. All the
Also,
Hmm?
the Nintendo Switch Monster Hunter Rise edition.
Monster Hunter, oh right, and the Monster Hunter Rise edition for the Nintendo Switch. I don't have a lot of money, but I really want this, and there's just Nintendo's trying to hook me in. I swear, on my life,
Yeah.
they want me. Now I know Monster Hunter Rise. As for what it's shown, a lot of it is good. By a lot, I mean like 90% of it. There's a
I
few.
played the demo. It's so fun. Like the movement in it, you just have like the grapple, but like just wherever. It's amazing.
I am very excited for that.
Same.
If I ever get the money for it, that's like the first thing I'll cop. I'm not gonna lie. Computer's gonna wait. And I guess the summary of this is that I guess I'll just say the last part.
Yeah, I'll explain it more.
Yeah. RPG fans will be happy
Yeah.
with this Nintendo Direct because it's
And no one else.
no one else. Sadly, no one else.
So the main reason people are saying this is because Square Enix during the Direct announced their new title coming out in like 2022 called Project Triangle Strategy, which is pretty much their take on the Fire Emblem, like how they do strategy RPGs. So the game looks really good, but it's like the best thing that was shown. And there was a demo that came out that day, and they're also like gonna take feedback and stuff, so that's good. There's a bunch of remasters of JRPGs that came out, like Legend of Mana is getting a remaster. No More Heroes is coming out. Yeah, World End Club, Bravely Default 2 final trailer, yeah, stuff like that, where it's just like it's a bunch of stuff where JRPG fans are happy, but the other stuff is really lacking. The only thing I want to take note of is there's this game called Neon White, and the only reason I care about it is because Steam Blum, aka Spike Spiegel, is a voice actor in it. That's a tweet.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a really dumb question.
What's up?
How do you know when they're having these directs? Like,
They announce it. on
They
Twitter and
announce
stuff.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no set date because I remember last time it was in a different day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
will
no,
say
like
though
no
that
warning
they're
or nothing. They just like
Well, no, they
like a
announced
week.
we're doing
like
it this.
like a
yeah.
week or
Oh,
they'd say
okay.
like a week
It's
in
not like
advance.
their Smash release is like it's out tomorrow.
It's not like it's not like character
Though
releases.
they did announce that on March 4th they're gonna have a Smash Direct to talk about the new
Oh.
character. Also,
Well, now they
we
have
might be getting Pokemon. I was about to say that.
that.
So February 27th is Pokemon Day. So we might have more Pokemon news on the for next episode after that, because I'm very upset about this Direct because we didn't get Diamond and Pearl remakes announced. However, we might. We have a chance still.
Let's go.
I've literally been saving up money for a new part for my computer, but I literally might just save that money just to buy a Switch in the new Pokemon game. Because Diamond and Pearl
telling you,
was shit.
What's the part?
Converting.
Chris.
Probably for
Yeah.
graphics card.
Yeah.
I assume.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that hopefully is coming up.
So that's a Nintendo Direct. Next part of news: Nickelodeon is launching the Avatar Studios.
Poggers.
This is the animated, of course, right?
Yes.
Not the blue
Yes.
people, for those who
Yeah.
didn't know.
So that one's Disney. Nickelodeon has
Yeah.
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Right.
and
Okay.
Legend of Korra.
I don't know who knows more about this, but like, what do you mean, like launching the Avatar Studio specifically?
Eric, you're reading up on this, right? So this is
Yeah.
like they announced they were gonna do like a film
So
within the year.
they
or something, or
said
next year.
I don't know what they said. It's a division that will create original content spanning animated shows and movies set within the world of The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. The original creators are signed on, both of them, and will serve as co-chief creative officers, and they will report to Nickelodeon Animation Head. And they're going to create content for a variety of platforms, including Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, third-party platforms, and theaters.
Shit.
That's a lot.
So
That's
Damn.
really
Yeah.
ambitious.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Going
all in
at
the
it.
realm. I guess since they fell through with Netflix, they realized how much Nick wanted him and was like,
I think isn't that part of a lot of people, because it was on Netflix, started watching it, that grew in popularity, and then this
Yeah.
deal came in. You think?
So yeah,
Okay.
it was already pretty popular.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like a second revival.
yeah, that's what it says. It
Yeah,
said it was
so-
the most watched animated kid show in 2020. And The Legend of
Yeah.
Korra had a jump too in like views because
Oh yeah, because
Sequel.
Legend of Korra itself, like, well, always got mixed reviews, but because it's like so readily available. Also, I'm just gonna do a little bit of theorizing. Avatar and Legend of Korra both have comics that take place after their respective series.
Mhm.
So for for Avatar: Last Airbender, there's stories about Zuko looking for his lost mother, and like going and like events that took place after that. And then for Legend of Korra, it's going more into the Korra Asami relationship. So these things could go off of those and use that source material, or they could just be completely new stuff that we haven't seen before. Maybe even going back in time and maybe even like the origins of the Avatar or something like that. So there's a lot that they can do, and I'm definitely gonna be watching it. I will get Paramount Plus for this.
I will too. I will too.
The other night when he was like, you guys
Oh,
were saying
God.
you about what Eric said about like Zuko, and then what's her face, like they might age her up to make her.
Oh, I sent that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Is that part of this thing?
No, because that's a Netflix.
Oh, okay.
That's a Netflix series, but that is bad. So can I talk about that while we're talking about this?
Yeah, since it's Avatar.
So the Netflix, there's a rumor going around about the Netflix Avatar adaptation that says that they want to age up Korra to be 16 and be the older sibling instead of Sokka. So and they're doing that possibly to do the Katara Zuko relationship. My thing about that is that if they make Katara the older sibling, it kind of just like goes against part of Sokka's character. So part of Sokka's character was that like he obviously just like didn't respect women the way he learned to later on in the series. But part of that was he didn't do that with Katara was because he also saw himself as the older sibling. He was the one who was supposed to protect her, protect the village while his father was gone, etc. Taking that away from Sokka takes away from part of his character, and he's not able to grow in the same way. So obviously this is a reimagining, so they want to make it different. But if you're just doing that just to do the Katara-Zuko relationship, you can just de-age Zuko, who is already the younger sibling. It doesn't take away from his character at all. If anything, it just makes his father look more like an asshole because he's scarring a younger child, but he already looks like an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if anything, it's going to be one season at Netflix and that's going to be it. It's going to get canceled.
It's not going to get continued.
Yeah. Like,
it's gonna die like the movie.
You're gonna do the first book and then it's gonna be over.
they're going to pull the rights or they're not going to pay for the rights anymore.
Honestly, I can just see this falling through because they
Before it even starts?
at this point because the creators backed off from the project and are now going towards the Avatar studios. So obviously Nickelodeon doesn't care about that anymore. They care about the Avatar studios and making new original Avatar
On
content.
Paramount Plus. That's the reason for
Yeah,
that's
for Paramount
all
Plus.
Viacom stuff. So like parent company stuff.
Like if anything, this is gonna go through with like minimal effort and minimal. Either way, we already knew it wasn't gonna be good because it's live action.
Oh,
But now there's just like there's no care being done to it. It's gonna be done without the creator supervision at all. So they're just gonna do whatever they want.
Which kind of blows, but
Hey, at least you're not gonna be able to ruin the best episodes of the show. That's all I'm saying. Tales of Ba Sing Se and the beach they're clean. They're pure.
Okay.
Sorry, you started talking about Avatar, not going on.
you got more stone. I felt that.
do
Honestly.
you wanna move forward? The next bit? 'Cause we're like half hour.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yes, sir. So the Mortal Kombat trailer came out. I don't know when specifically, but there was a lot of interesting scenes within the trailer and a lot of theories that are going around. I know Eric.
Oh yeah.
I know Eric has a lot to say. If he wants to say it.
Can I just ask one question?
Yes.
Where was Chun-Li in the trailer? Like, come on.
Stop. Why are you like this?
You had a point.
Fucking
My-
Boss Logic came to the rescue for that.
Oh my god, that was so stupid.
Ryu.
All right,
Like, why didn't he pop out?
I'll just play it, not like necessarily to go in depth with it, but I'll just play it.
Well, we always do this. Let's go.
Yeah. So this is in this trailer we see Jax,
Oh,
getting
that's
his,
a dude from what's Supergirl too.
Yeah.
So Bihan, I think, right? Who's the villain version of Sub-Zero?
We believe so.
This feels like real though. Like it doesn't like feel CGI. It feels like they went to real locations.
Mm.
And if they didn't, they
They
used
built
like Mandalorian
sets.
type of
Yeah.
technology. Yeah.
And it's not whitewashed.
It's
No.
not.
I like how they're finally learning that
Yeah.
whitewashing shit is just.
Well, not us, but
Shao Kahn.
fucking.
No, I'm
Hollywood.
just saying Hollywood.
That's people.
Yo, that's fire.
The
Literally.
dragon thing is gonna be. Goro
Shut
looks
up.
really good.
Oh my god, I didn't even
Yeah.
see Goro.
Look at that.
I forget if it was Patty who said it, but someone said the "Get over here" is weak.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Unless you use your original voice actor or whatever.
I mean, just like also doing that shit like in
In that
the
mask.
middle of and
fight.
also in the middle of a fight.
And fight
Yeah.
in the
Either
warehouse.
way.
Yeah.
bro, the
It's just gonna be off.
fact that
Yeah.
they're doing fatalities, though, like,
Yeah. So like it
Oh.
looks like Reptile is actually, or a version, I guess, of Reptile
Yeah.
is dying. But I mean, it's interesting that they have like Reptile, like in that version, because he's straight up just like a standy uppy lizard thing.
somebody said they saw Noob Sabat, and I was like,
Cybot?
yeah, I was like,
Sabat.
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 Sabat. Yes, sorry.
Sabaj.
You know me.
This sequence where Cole Young, I think is his name, is looking in the mirror, and then he sees Scorpion. It's like a hellfire demon type of thing. People are like, why are they connected? Like there's no reason for him to be connected in that way. And there's a theory, and I'm pretty sure I sent it to Eric today, that
Or I sent it to you.
or I could, yeah,
Either
whatever,
one.
but it doesn't matter. But there's a theory that Cole is the younger brother of Sub-Zero, or at the very least, a young descendant of Sub-Zero.
Or Scorpion.
Because
Kuai Liang?
yes, Kuai Liang, yeah. And the theory is just, it's because like that's connected, and also because like there's the fight sequence between Sub-Zero and what's his face, Scorpion. He's literally in the back. Cole's like hanging out. Like you'll see it in just a sec. For that, that ice wall is really good though.
That looks so.
So right as he pulls him in, you'll see him in the background. He's right here. So like he's in that near that fight sequence. So there's a chance that like if I can find Noob Saibot,
It's where he's entering, like, through a portal or something.
by find Noob Saibot, I mean like what is potentially him, because we don't really know that it is him or not. But yeah, obviously, if you guys know the lore of Mortal Kombat, Noob Saibot is
Bihan.
the Sub-Zero. Wait, is
Yeah.
it the
Bihan.
evil Sub-Zero?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Bihan.
first one.
Okay. I say obviously, but even I don't fucking know this shot. So there's a chance that that's Noob Saibot. So we'll get the death of the original Sub-Zero and the rebirth, and then maybe the new character who, like I said, is who's theorized to be the younger Sub-Zero, or the little brother, young descendant, whatever, will be like, he'll evolve into that. So because there's clearly some like connection with Sub-Zero and Cole and Scorpion.
Something, dude.
Bring in Quan Chi. If they're bringing Noob
They
Saibot-
could. I mean, they could. Honestly, they don't even have to cast, and they could just do a voiceover type of situation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is a new character. There's no one really like him in the Mortal Kombat universe. He's made to be our window into this universe. So I guess it could be explained that he is the new Sub-Zero. And it's interesting that we don't follow Kung Lao, not Kung Lao,
Liu
Liu
Kang.
King.
Liu Kang. Jesus, I always get them confused because of
They're cousins,
the
aren't they?
That's your department, Julian. Are they related?
No, they're
no,
both
they're friends.
trained under the same master
They're friends.
in the
Okay.
same Shaolin temple.
There you go. So like, not the hat one, the one with the fire.
Yes, Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Liu Kang, that's his name. Jesus Christ. I've not played Mortal Kombat in a long time.
I play
So Liu
Shaolin
Kang
monks.
was the that was a great game.
Yes.
I remember I played it with Carlos. So that it's interesting they're not actually following him because he's normally the main character in the Mortal Kombat stories. And even in the original movie and the video games, like he's normally the one. So it's interesting that they're like moving past that and just using a different character.
Yeah, and they're taking it slow. Like even though there's a lot of characters
Yes.
in this one, they look like they're taking it slow.
It doesn't feel like Street Fighter, like put every character in the one movie or whatever. It feels like they're taking their time. It feels like you'll see focus on Sub-Zero, some focus on Scorpion and the new character. I think people will evolve, and we don't even see what's his face, the actor,
Ooh.
Johnny Cage. There you go.
Oh
That guy. You don't
yeah,
even see him.
that's good though.
Yeah, that's because they're going slow and
That's a
holding back
whole
on certain
sequel though. You
characters.
can save Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Yo, these fatalities are gonna.
So I'm confused if that's actually Reptile or not, because it could be just Reptile's species, or it could be literally just Reptile getting like his heart cut out.
I mean,
I
I'm assuming by
don't-
this time, reptile species are wiped out. He's the only one left, I think. Yeah.
This,
I don't know.
That might be it. Like the
Yeah.
species getting wiped out too.
yeah, that
last
that could be Kane doing it right now.
Yeah.
Or it could be chameleon. Who
So
knows?
I don't think so.
The fact that he
That-
says
that looked
Kane
very
wins.
So coming out April 16th, we literally have like 3 like review back-to-back situations happening next month.
That's
'cause we
great.
got Godzilla. We have a show that we just watched today. I won't really reveal what it is.
Snyder cut.
And we have Snyder Cut, and then this. So that's 4.
Jeez.
But on the same month.
They're all close together.
They're all
just
close.
close.
Yeah, they're like a lot of back-to-back. But this is obviously rated R, so this is going to be a different experience
Thank God.
than any like other Mortal Kombat things live action wise. Because I remember there was. I'm gonna close it. I remember there was this the thing with the web series which people liked and some people didn't. I don't remember because I remember the explanation was for Raiden's powers was that like he was in a mental hospital and they were like, oh, you're a god, ha 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 ha, and then it turned out to be that he was. So it's just really weird. I don't understand that like hesitance. But yeah, that's it for straight up news. Sorry I took over there for a bit.
I've been
Ooh.
taking over this whole news. Don't worry.
So now we can move on to the topic. All right, Tones, reintroduce us to the topic since
Right.
this is your idea.
So this time around, we are talking about our favorite romantic comedy projects. So that can be either a show or a movie or whatever.
Or
I think
both
this
of 'em.
time around, we just did shows and movies. So, and just going through, we're just gonna talk about like what they are, obviously what they're about, and why we vibe with us, why we enjoyed it, why we wanted or didn't want the main characters to be together. Yeah, like did the relationship seem realistic to you, and just overall did it age well. So that being said,
Yes.
I'm going to start off talking about mine, which was Golden Time, which is an anime. And Golden Time is a show that takes place in, unlike most anime romantic comedies, takes place in college instead of high school. So,
Is this a show or a movie?
yeah, this is a show. This is,
Okay.
I believe it's like 20-something episodes.
Can you send the GIF or an image?
I was about to do that.
Please.
I can do that. I just need to find it.
Speaking of that, I
Is it?
completely forgot because Patty wasn't here to remind me.
Tones, is this it?
Yep.
We do have a Discord server which we're doing all this in where we're recording, and
Okay, look at that. I leveled up.
you leveled up. I mean, you can join the Discord server. Link will be in the description. It's like a community server, literally what we talk about on the podcast. But yeah, move on. Let's go. I want to talk about this because this looks interesting.
So this show is about the main character is a guy named Tadabani, and it starts out and you realize that he doesn't have his memories. He has amnesia. And he's starting college and he's pretty much just trying to start fresh. He's just like, I don't know who I am, what I'm about, but I'm going to discover myself in college. I'm literally a blank slate, and it's done very well because he's a blank slate for a reason. and he's a very good counter to the main female lead, who is Kaga Coco, who is the exact opposite. She has everything planned out. She says, I'm going to go here for high school, here for middle school, here for high school. I'm going to go to college here. I'm going to do
all
this
the
with
way
my
back
life.
to middle school.
She's planned her whole life out.
Jeez.
And there is her like childhood friend who she was in love with, who she said, I'm going to marry you.
I don't even
Was
know
like,
what I'm
no,
gonna do
I
tomorrow.
don't want to be spun around at this. I don't think of you that way. So I'm going to go to this different college so that you won't come with me, and I'm going to start my own life. And that's the guy in the second picture. So
The blonde guy?
yeah, so
Okay.
Bonnery meets him, and they hit it off. They become friends. But by the end of the first episode, Kogo comes in and actually, let's see if I can find a gif of it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Can't believe you leveled up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate you.
I gotta check my rank later.
Let's see. I really hope
Actually,
it
I'll
has
do
to be
that now.
somewhere. It's such a good gif. It's such a good scene. So there is by the end of the episode, Kaga Coco slaps the her childhood friend with a bouquet of roses repeatedly because he tried to run away. And that's Bonri's first impression of Coco. This like pretty much insane girl who here it is. Found it. So
Oh my god.
God damn.
yeah.
That's amazing.
So
it loops.
yeah. So Coco's come from a rich family. She's pretty much gotten everything in her life. And that's kind of why she's the way she is. But as the show goes on, the two kind of rub off on each other. They open up to each other. Bonri obviously doesn't have any memories of his past, so he's just trying to make new memories. And Coco, even though she tries really hard to pursue her childhood friend, eventually gives up, and she kind of starts using Bonri as like a emotional like punching bag. And by like the fourth episode ish, Bonri isn't okay with that, so he kind of just like, hey, it's either I like you, but if we're gonna continue, you need to like treat me the same, like the way that I'm trying to treat you, like with the same sincerity. And he like kind of like cuts her off for a second. And she's like, no, I don't want that. I want to have a relationship with you. And that's where the whole relationship starts. And from there on, there's a bunch of crazy antics. They almost get into a cult.
No.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was like the third episode.
Yeah.
Where they like almost join a cult. There's that. They go to the beach and stuff. They they end up going to a concert together, and she like kind of just like lets loose and goes crazy. But it's a bunch of cute stuff. I would say the main thing that you need to keep in mind is that since Bonri has amnesia, they kind of use his like past memories as like in a sort of metaphorical way where it shows up as a ghost. But the ghost also like acts out at times, and it like does stuff to Bonri, like the real Bonri, and it's weird, and I don't get it because it's supposed to be a metaphor, and then it becomes like it's haunting him, like real haunting him, instead of just like, oh, these are memories you have. It's like, oh, I'm literally like almost forcing you to drive off a cliff, which that does happen, but that's besides the point, and we look past that because the show is cute. And it even does the thing where it tackles the whole like, hey, we're a couple, we want to do stuff together, whether go step further, and they tackle that, and it's cute because even though Coco's getting better about planning out her life, but she's like, hey, when we have our first time, I want to do it in Paris. But there's a scene where she like kind of like she's not really good with her like handcrafts, but she like gets a clay. She makes like a clay version of the Eiffel Tower, and it's really shitty. But she's like, hey, I want to take
That's
our
kind of
relationship a
adorable,
step further. Yeah, no, it's really cute. They handle it in a really cute way, and that's why I'm bringing it up because it's really cute. Actually, let's see if I can find. So yeah, she like that's like the thing she made. It's really cute. But in short, the show is really cute. I really like it. And why did I vibe with it? I guess that's really why I vibe with it. It's just really adorable. The characters are very endearing. It's not afraid to like. So I showed the he's my boyfriend thing because Bonri does that twice. Like a girl's kind of harassing his friend trying to be like, hey, you should go out with this, like, like a older classmate or something. And he's like, no, I really don't want to. And then Bonri comes in to save the day, and he's like, hey, this is my boyfriend. Stop fucking with him, just to like get her off his ass. And it's stuff like that. It's like there's all these cute little things, but it's also, because it's college, it's all about reinventing yourself and learning who you are. And I think that theme really hits home when you're watching it for the first time. It's like, okay, all these people are out there trying to learn who they are, and you kind of take that to heart. And you realize, okay, this is something I can take to my own life.
What did you watch this like
Recently?
around the same time? No, I was gonna say around the same time that you started college.
No, I watched this way back in high school. This was
High
like one
school?
of the
Okay.
first animes I watched.
Oh,
This was very early on in my anime watching experience. So this show is kind of compared to another show called Toradora, which is like a high school rom-com because it's made by the same studio. But this show's better. Like, I watched it first, so obviously I have bias. But
Yeah.
I think the Toradora is all about two people learning that they like each other, while this show is two people forming a relationship, building on that relationship, and learning about themselves through that relationship and the relationship they have with others.
Mm.
And it's just, yeah. Also, other important note is so I talked about how like Bonri's a blank slate and how I think that's good, because it makes him more carefree and like go on with the flow, but it's also important because before Bonri loses his memories, he's like a crybaby kid. Like, he tries to confess to this girl he liked in high school, who he ends up meeting back in college afterwards, but he doesn't realize it's her, obviously. But he, the reason why he gets amnesia is because he's waiting. He goes to a bridge and like waits for her reply, and he like gets run over by like a guy in a moped, and like falls off the bridge. But it's just like the contrast between like Bonri before he gets amnesia and Bonri afterwards. It shows like they're pretty much two different characters at that point, and I like that disconnect. So I guess I'll go on to why I did or did not want the main characters together.
This is an interesting question because I was like, I don't know how to answer this.
Most people, like, from what I've heard, a lot of people like Lisa, aka the girl that he confessed to back in high school, more. But I like Coco. I think so. I like their relationship a lot, and I think they're really cute because of like, they're polar opposites. Like, one obviously plans out everything, the other one is like trying to figure out life and go with the flow. And I think they build off each other and they take from each other and they counteract each other enough that they can both like make up for each other's weaknesses. And throughout the show they do that, and it's really cute. And I just think that at the end of the day they have a really like cute and wholesome relationship, and they're able to work out a lot of things because of those differences, and because they are looking at stuff, they're able to look at stuff from their own perspective, but also because they've been with each other, they're able to see into the other person's perspective as well.
That's interesting.
And
do you know where it's still streaming on?
I think it was on Hulu. I don't know if it still is. It's definitely on like Crunchyroll or something. But I will. I'm gonna check that. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. It might be on Fun. I'll check if it's on Funimation. I don't know, because I don't think it was Funimation who did this. So yeah, I think it's just on Crunchyroll. You can. Oh yeah, so it's 24 episodes. But it's on Crunchyroll. The show goes through, I think, like their first 2 years of college. But I really like it. Coco's cute. She's really annoying at first, but then she becomes really endearing. It's kind of like it's kind of like my relationship with Lance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she becomes a person instead of just like this rich asshole. Instead of just being like that, where she's like, she gets whatever she wants. She learns like how to fucking cooperate and compromise.
How to be humane.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I think the relationship is realistic. Because, or actually, no, I didn't say that. So do I think the relationship is realistic? Yes. I think that.
However,
no.
No.
This is
No,
this is none of that.
This is a straightforward.
I mean,
answer.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
like, kind of like what I was saying before. Like they work off each other. They are obviously, they have fights. They get into bickers, But at the end of the day, they love each other, so they come back and they're like they work it out, they talk it out. They're not the same person. They don't come from the same backgrounds, but that's okay. And that's cute. And we like that. Did the show age well?
I was gonna ask that question. You beat me to it.
So I think it aged well. I think the show has definitely, especially like coming back to it after going to college and like, this is like the reinventing period. Like I can definitely relate to it more now. Like I still like I loved it from the very beginning. It's always been my favorite like romance anime. But I can definitely relate to the themes more now. And like it still looks nice. Like Sentai Filmworks, like the studio behind this was always like hit or miss with their animation. But this one was definitely like it's a cutesy well, not even that, it's just like a cutesy, like it works for what it is.
At the end of the day, and it didn't really matter. It was
it works for what it was. It's like a cutesy art style. It definitely works for the genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the soundtrack does its job. It's nothing, remarkable. But this show is mostly about its story and, the characters more than anything. Again, going back to the thing about characters.
Legacy. Sorry.
no, just my character fetish. But
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't go back to the show and watch it because I just can't see through shows anymore in general.
How long is it?
It's 24 episodes.
Just one season?
This is why me and him are longer friends. He can't watch those.
Oh.
I literally tried to watch Lovecraft again, and I just can't.
I don't want to hear it. We're not talking.
You heard it here first. Me and Eric are no longer family.
We got feud in the cast now.
God damn it.
Okay, let's get age well. Yes, it did. Okay, who's next?
All right, my turn, I guess, if we're at transition like that.
All right, Brandon.
You guys made it weird.
My favorite one.
Right, Brandon,
So my rom-com that I have chosen for this
Everyone's
week
beating me to it.
is
because we're all ready.
Yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians. If you weren't shocked. Yeah. So the synopsis of Crazy Rich Asians. There's this girlfriend and boyfriend. They live in New York together, but the boyfriend is secretly rich. All right. If you're looking at my camera, you can see quotations that I'm doing with my fingers, right? But the girlfriend doesn't know. And so they take a trip.
Wait. So he secretly is rich?
Yeah, his
family is rich.
Yes. He doesn't want to tell his girlfriend that he's rich, that he has money.
Gotcha.
He basically shares her Netflix, pays for wines to see. He's trying to live on his own, like for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They've been together for a year. They take a trip to China because his best friend is getting married. And during this trip, he's also introducing his girlfriend to his family, his crazy ass family. And she's basically getting tested in a way, getting to know the family, but it doesn't really go so well because people don't like her. Because by people, I mean the females don't like her because they think she's a gold digger, blah, 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 just because he has money. And,
So I'll just say this right now. Any dude, any like female or dudes, whatever, that will end up with him, they're just automatically a gold digger? That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, that's how they thought, right? And the mother doesn't really like her at first. But towards the end of the movie, she grew on him. And I didn't say this, but when in China, he wanted to propose to her because he loves her very much. He wants to start a life together, and he never really had this feeling for another significant other before. But throughout this movie, you get to see not just his own problems that he's going through. You see his crazy cousins going through some weird stuff, or his grandmother and stuff like that. And the mother ends up making the girlfriend feel bad, and she ends up breaking up with him and wanting to fly back home. But her best friend makes her talk to her mother, talk to the boyfriend again, and they come with an elaborate way to say, "Fuck you, mom. This is my life. You know, I'm gonna live it the way I want it. I'm gonna be with who I want to be. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm gonna start my own life. And towards the end of the movie, she started realizing that her young boy is a young man now, and makes her own decision, and she basically gives a blessing to the girlfriend and be like, okay, you could join this family
of Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
I said the name in the movie.
Now the reason why this movie vibed with me was because of the cast, right? This cast made me vibe with it.
You want to go through
Henry Golding,
Oh,
Ken Jeong, even though he's in there for like 5 minutes, Ken Jeong made even like a really worthy 5 minutes. Jimmy Yang made an awesome Aquafina,
Oh,
you know what's
she's
there?
in there?
Yeah, Aquafina.
No, Constance Wu.
Yeah, that's the girlfriend.
I forgot she was in this. My bad.
You know what's funny? You remember Brad from Far From Home? He's in it.
I see his face.
He's a film director in the movie, but he's a pretty bad acting girlfriend in it.
What's his name? The dude that directed it directed a lot of good stuff. Was John M. Cho?
Yeah.
Another reason why I vibe with me because it's just one because I was on a plane to China actually at the time to go to Thailand, so I just I had nothing else to watch on the plane. I watched almost every single movie, so let me watch this one too. So that shit vibed with me. And then 2, it's just a movie full of Asian people. I'm like, I'm one for the culture.
Now that you're done with the vibe, main characters.
I did want the main character to stay together because yes, he was very wealthy, but he wanted to show his family that he doesn't need the family's wealth to survive on his own. But also the girlfriend, right? She grew up not so wealthy. She was raised by a single mother that had multiple jobs, so-called single mother, right? But the you can watch that on Hulu if you want to find out. But
I read it already.
She had she literally she worked her way up to where she is now, with a job and all of that, and not knowing for the longest time ever that he was wealthy, stuff like that. It's just they found a way to be together even with not knowing he had money, stuff like that. So did the relationship seem realistic to me? I think it really does seem realistic to me, because it's just like if you think about it, money isn't always everything. So the fact that he was trying to prove it that it's not just because of the money that I didn't want to be with you, or she was saying like I don't like you just because of the money, I like you for you type of vibe. But also it's just she's not really fully Asian, she American Asian compared to the boyfriend. And if you didn't know this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, but in Asian cultures, some families don't allow Asians to date other races. And so when they came to get outside the their the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So when the mother found out that she was Asian American, she didn't really like her because of the American side. But she slowly had to realize that it's not just that; it's just how she treats her son and how happy it makes. And for the last question, I don't really know how to I guess it's aging well because it came out in 2018, and it's only been out for 3 years, so I guess it's aging well.
Well, as of this point,
yeah, because it's got nice reviews, high stars.
I think at the time it was seen as this great leap forward because of the cast.
Yeah,
because it was
99% Asian.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very similar to the Black Panther cast.
That's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying it's the Black Panther of Asian culture.
I mean, I think in that respect, yeah, it did age well because that got a lot of people's attention, and in that regard specifically, I think that yes, it did age well.
It just made it more. It made it
pristine.
It went through all the spectrums. Happy moments, sad moments, extremely lit moments, some drama moments. It just seemed like an actual
moments.
Yeah, a lot of moments into one movie. It was cool.
I heard that.
Full of just Asians.
That's good.
Yeah, I think.
Anything else you want to add?
I think without spoiling anything, I think that's it. Yeah.
I really want to see this. Where's this at?
Hulu.
It's
I
on
think.
Hulu.
Hulu. Is
this
one of these movies that is locked?
No.
No.
All right, cool. Patty would have been upset if you wanted to see it. He's like another one.
Yeah, without spoiling anything, I think that's all I have to say.
Definitely
Because if I
haven't
said
seen
something more, I definitely would spoil it.
Shut up, then.
I know. That's why. Yeah,
it.
that's
Shut
why I'm
up.
moving on.
I thought you said shut up, Dan.
Lenny.
We're gonna watch it after this.
All right.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Now I'm gonna have to say this again because
Oh my
it's
God.
one of those.
Hear me
You're gonna
out.
have hear me out.
Me out. His
Now I'm
infamous line.
I'm gonna
I
probably like hit most of these all at once.
Okay.
At least definitely the first two.
Oh, you didn't send a gift, Brandon.
Yeah, I was about to.
God.
All right,
Okay.
let's
So
keep transition.
so
PLC.
God.
Okay.
Okay. The show I'm doing is called The World That God Only Knows. It's about this kid who is, I believe, 17 at the time in high school. His name is Katsuragi Kaima. And he is a gamer. And that's why I vibe with him. He is a gamer.
He is
Good
I
a reason
have-
as any.
Hold on. I have a few gifts for this. Hold on.
Ooh.
And,
what the fuck is...
He has a form of
Oh.
Ultra Instinct called Conquest Mode where he just goes all out. A few angles of these.
my man is going.
He has a
Sonic
6
mode.
monitor setup with like over like 50
Yo.
consoles. And
Yo, he's
honestly,
going
ham.
X Games mode, bro. Look at
When-
him.
when he was a kid, he managed to play 4 different rom-coms and completed them. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that he only plays rom-coms because all other games are inferior. But he also hates 3D women. So like
Only
he is
plays dating Sims.
he's such a mixed
Perish.
bag. He only likes women and dating sims. So
Okay.
this is where it gets fun because he gets an email through his PFP because branding. He gets an email asking if he's a god of conquest, and as soon as he responds to it, he actually signs a contract with a demon
Oh.
to recover loose souls that left hell. And his partner, oh god,
Hey, you leveled up.
let's go.
Nice.
Mog.
And his partner is named Elsie. She has a longer name. I don't feel like getting it, but
Got it.
she is a demon that almost failed her classes, but she has been put on the Loose Souls team to recover loose souls, and she has Kaima as a partner because you need a human in order to recover loose souls. And their method of recovering loose souls is through love. And so what this entire show is, at least the first 2 seasons, is Kaima using his knowledge of playing rom-coms to conquest actual girls by setting up events and eventually like ending it with a kiss so that the demon is pushed out of their heart through the power of his love, or at least their love for him. I don't know how far I can go with the plot itself.
Is it?
But,
How old is it?
How old is it? 2012. 2012 is
9
the
years?
first season, and it ended in 2013.
No, 8. Yeah, 9. Yeah, 9. Math.
Well, if you want to say something, you can put a spoiler tag right now.
I won't put the spoiler tag up right now. I will
Okay.
continue to explain a little bit more. I know that when they recover a loose soul, they lose the memories of the conquest. So when he frees a girl of a loose soul, they don't remember them dating at all. That's a little neat feature
Oh.
that he has. But the only other problem is that part of the heart that was filled in is still filled in by him, but they don't know it. That plays a little bit in like how some of the women act towards him, at least a little bit in season 2. And as you can see, there are like parts where the show is just ridiculous and funny.
Yeah,
His-
that gif where he's typing.
Yeah. Well,
That
he's
is
playing.
ridiculously funny.
He's decided to break his record. On the last episode of the first season, he decided to play 24 consoles at once, beating all of his games, all of his new games.
Damn.
He did put a number on it, but he's playing 24 consoles at once because recovering loose souls took too much time from him. Because at this point, he conquered 4 loose souls, and it's like one of them was an idol. So like it's just a lot of work to do for him in general when he literally only wants to play games. I mean, like that's all he does. The
Alright,
next
so-
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you or did you not want the main characters to be together?
I'm just going to put.
So in your case, what pairing did you want? Because obviously
Yeah,
it's a
Yeah,
harem.
it is
There's
So
no
there really
girl.
isn't one unless there.
Okay.
We can't all be
Head
like,
canon.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't all be like freaking. What's it
It's a
called?
lot. But, this one makes it really hard.
I'm trying to think of the Yakuza one. Can't all be like that.
Okay. May I divide it
Basically.
into seasons and have one true one?
Each season?
I'm going to do the seasons quickly. The first season,
okay.
there's this one library girl. She's shy and quiet, but she has the same mentality where she hates everyone but loves doing what she does. The second season is a student teacher who tries too hard to make everyone happy, and in the end, learns a fact of reality. And then the last one, I will put up the spoiler tag now because the third season kind of hits the fan. It's Chihuyo, where in season 2, the main character actually tried to hook her up with another boy because she likes to try to go out with a lot of men and she gets rejected a lot. So the main character tries to get her with another man so that someone else frees the loose soul in her body. She ends up before the night she was supposed to kiss him. She just doesn't do it. She says, I'm not interested in the guy anymore because she's then interested in Kaima in that episode. So Kaima then has to chase her down and then frees the loose soul within that night, which then makes it more complicated with the third season where, where I said before, she's the one girl that had true feelings beyond the use of a goddess. And then he felt actual pain because he had to deny her because he had a bigger job to do to free these goddesses to save the world. So in the end, if I can get the name up again, Chihiro Kosaka is the girl I believe he should end up with, only because he put an actual emotion in this guy and actually made him cry out of the 3 seasons that he had.
Wow.
Now, the relationships, I will say none of these relationships are actually realistic, personally. He's going off his experience in rom-coms. Now, I'm not saying that, okay, this is bad to say. I'm not saying that it's bad to go off rom-coms, mainly because he's played just about every rom-com that he can get his hands on. So he has experience, ? But I feel like the way he's doing it is so weird, but which is why I like it, because it's really stupid. And in the end, it kind of just works. And did it age well? I would say, depending on who watches it, it might not, bode well. Not bode well. It might not. Some people might not like
be their
this
cup
show.
of tea. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They might not vibe with it.
They might not vibe with it. I like it because he's a gamer and he has to literally go outside his comfort zone because he has to fill a contract or he dies. I feel like people will see this as, oh, he's just dating every woman. And it's just well, he has a job to do. So it's probably a mixed bag, but I feel people not liking it.
To me, it sounds like he's a hustler.
He
just
is
gotta work.
It's a job. Yeah, he's not even being paid.
He's a hustler for hire.
Yeah.
He's not even being paid. He's literally being forced to be a hustler.
Yeah,
But yes,
he's
being a
for
hustler.
life. That's what it is.
Basically. I mean, technically, it ends once he captures all the loose souls, which is over 100,000. But
Jesus.
Did they pull a Charlotte where at the end they just had a montage of him doing it in the last episode?
No. Okay.
All of it at once.
No. And
You know what I'm talking
season 2,
about, right? Where he
Yeah.
just gets all the power. He just goes across fucking the world and then just gets everybody's power and then just loses himself.
No. Okay. What actually pisses me off is that they skipped him freeing the loose souls off of a few women who later become plot relevant, and that pissed me off because out of the ones that they missed, 2 of them were goddesses. So that is a big oversight by the anime itself because they are mentioned and actually done in the manga and the novel.
This is very interesting.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that's why I had to
never
vibe
heard
with him 'cause he's
anything
a
like
gamer.
this.
That's why I had to rewatch it.
It is anime.
Yeah. I just had to make sure I had my facts right. I'm oh wait, I forgot that the third season hits different. But yeah, that is me.
That is me.
next?
There's me.
This
Oh,
is
shit,
real.
okay.
This is me.
Yeah, Dan's up next.
All right, Daniele.
All right.
It's your turn.
Hey.
We can all talk about this one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'll put them in some perspective. Before we started recording, a little bit of a watch party for my movie and something else we might talk about later in the couple months, whatever. So mine is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, technically, it does have some action. Technically, that is there, but it is at its core a story about romance and has a lot of comedy. As we
Hence romantic comedy.
as we all saw, yeah. So we basically all just ended up seeing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So let me see. Synopsis. So it takes place in Toronto, and we follow like this rock band with the not the guitarist, the bass player, Scott Pilgrim.
The main character?
The main character, yes. Who has basically not necessarily been doing anything for the past year, but like he got dumped by someone who we later learn like is rich, famous, and like kind of like didn't care about him that much. And so he got dumped, and he's on his sort of rebound area, and he's in a relationship with what's her name? Knives something. No, it's Knives something.
Knives
Is it Knives
Chow.
Show?
Ciao.
Chow.
Go with knives.
We just watched this movie, yo.
So this is the weird shit that is weird, like that didn't age well. Like, well, I'll get to that. Actually, should I say that now? Or?
Yes,
Yeah. Just
Okay.
preface it.
it's part of it.
So I forgot. I completely like. I know we watched this at Brandon's house like a couple years ago, but I completely forgot. But Knives is a 17-year-old high school student, and like it's the joke throughout the. I mean, he didn't do anything. He hasn't like done anything serious, but that's the joke throughout like the first like 20 minutes.
This is Canada,
Like
though.
his rebound, his like him kind of doing stupid shit that has led him to take this decision to be with Knives,
high
and it's
school
like
buddy.
this is not exactly. This is not like.
It's kind
It's
of
not
weird,
correct.
fam.
Everyone, like his sisters, telling him like, "What are you doing?" People who know him from
His
his schools
bandmates
telling him
/ friends.
his band. Yeah, everyone's like, "This is weird." But like he finds this other girl named Ramona Flowers, who is basically literally his dream girl, because he literally has a dream about her. And
Jesus reincarnated just for him.
so like the whole like obstacle that he has to go through is to date Ramona. He has to fight her 7 evil exes, and he has to get through that to sort of get them off his back and sort of pursue the relationship. And there's some like ups and downs. There's some really like high class directing from Edgar Wright, and like it's just a lot of hijinks with like the fight sequences. It's so interesting and it's definitely stylistic. And I know you're muted right
Like
now, Eric,
comical,
but
like not
Yeah.
comical, but comic
you
book style.
right when we saw the beginning, Eric and I were like, this guy could have directed
He
Ant-Man.
could have directed Ant-Man, y'all.
He could have.
Marvel.
It's
Hit him
well, I mean,
back.
he was set to do it, and he left for creative reasons.
Bro.
And it was I think I know why. It's because at the time he developed it around 2006, but when it came out, it was like 10 years later when Marvel was already established. So I think Marvel really wanted to cement certain things into that movie.
Continuity wise.
And he was like, nah, let's keep it separate. Anyways, I'm not talking about Ant-Man. So why do I vibe with it? I mean, besides its comedy, I think the music is like really makes it shine a lot. Because it's like, I think Eric was like, this is not normally what I would listen to, but it's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, it goes with the
It was
movie.
like,
It's where you vibe with it.
Yeah. It's like punk rock, stuff like that.
What were they called again? The
Sex
sex
bombs.
bombers.
Yeah.
Sex bombs, as you know, like the Mario bombs.
Yeah, it has a really like cool aesthetic. It has like really nice music. Transitions very, very, very good. Like it's very stylistic, and I really like that. Let's see. Why did or did I not want the main characters to be together? So here's the thing. Remember how I was telling you
Hear
like
me
there's
out.
like this there's like an alternate version of this the movie?
Yes,
Yeah.
but tell the audience.
The comic, because it is based on a comic, it was not done, or was it like the story wasn't completed when this was out. So Edgar Wright or whoever had to write it had to develop an ending. I forget in the comic but I think in the comic he ends up with knives, but in this version he ends up with Ramona. And I think the only reason why he did it because throughout the story he's literally fighting other dudes to be with the one girl, and like I think at that moment it made sense. But I remember there's another like ending that Edgar Wright was talking about, like, or something. I forget it was him or if it was the writer. But like at the end, it's revealed like someone's watching a TV broadcast, and like, so this crazy like 20-year-old is like cracked out, has been like messing with people because he's high. He sees everything as a video game. So he's just been beating people up. That's literally like their explanation of how that happened.
So Dan, before we go on, do you want to know something that's funny?
What's up?
You know how your brother tells you to watch Fullmetal Alchemist? And you know how there's Brotherhood?
Yeah, Legacy.
The original Fullmetal Alchemist was made before the manga ended, so they remade it. They made Brotherhood just to go along with the manga ending.
What?
Yeah, so that's why there's Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, that makes
it's pretty much just like a retelling of like what actually happened in the manga and what the author meant for the way it ended.
So you basically I should watch both.
Or just Brotherhood.
Okay.
Like
I know he's gonna say that. I knew it.
Just make your life easier.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not really worth watching
The first one.
the original one at this point.
Okay. So I didn't really answer the question. Did I want them to be together or not? I think this is the only question that like really like stumps me while I was watching the movie, and even when I chose to do this movie, because I'm like, I feel bad for Knives throughout the entire like
film.
For what, like, yeah, but like once they Scott Pilgrim broke up with her, because like you just every time you see her, she's just like stalking him and being sad and like just looking at him with like these puppy eyes. I'm like, I feel really bad, but like by the end of it, she grows into her own person to be able to literally fight alongside with him, not fight against him. In that moment, by the end, where she's like, oh, like, go get her, Tiger, or whatever, like, I'm like, you know what? I think they should be together. I think Ramona and Scott Pilgrim should be together, because obviously the fucking thing I said at the beginning, with knives and everything, definitely has a thing to do with it. But I think because the Seven Evil X's and everything kind of mess with Ramona's perspective. Like, this is in the movie, Scott even says like, that's really sad for you to believe that I am the nicest person you've ever dated. It's kind of sad and everything, because it is kind of messed up. Like everyone was a jerk. So, so yes, I do believe they should be together. Let's see. Did the relationship seem realistic?
Hell no. Have you met Michael Cera? Hell no.
Some of it, yes. Some of it, hell no.
I think the bar sequence.
Most of it, hell no. Some of it, yes. There you go. That's a
I think the bar sequence, when she's talking about like, like you're being a jerk kind of thing, and like, oh, welcome to the real world or whatever. I think that like talk was interesting to like bring up, because we've Scott just being a dick, but like to be funny, and then at this moment where he got drunk off like barely one drink, and you see him like kind of his emotions kind of come out in the moment of his frustration, like, what do I have to keep doing? This is kind of stupid. Like, this is not, I don't want to do this kind of thing. So I think that's probably the most realistic part. But yeah, it's it's a little bit of on and off kind of situations. Did it age well? Well,
we can answer that.
Some people,
as a film, as an aesthetic, as casting. Yeah, but I think some of the jokes.
Some people might find this movie
a little bit offensive. It's
controversial.
It was very controversial. I mean, the villain was a bit of a dick by the end of it.
I mean, when did
Oh,
this movie
gee.
come out though?
2010.
2009, 10.
Yeah, so
That was
you were able to get away with a lot more.
10
shit,
years
though.
ago.
A lot of things that were said in there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
2010. So yeah, so this must have been in production 2009. So yeah.
Yep.
But I do
nice
think
young
that
lady.
there's I didn't send gifts. I had them prepared. The joke where Scott Pilgrim just jumps out of the window.
Yo, that was the best.
That was the best moment.
I think my favorite part of the movie is Wallace. Just
Yo, the entire
Just him.
every time he talks, it's gold.
Yeah, he's he's like, this sucks. Yeah, this sucks. Like,
He's
he
like,
just repeated
ask him
literally everything.
Ask him how it is to get his sloppy seconds. That joint had me dying. It was like a Lucas League.
There was another part where like I think he was like talking about live. Like, oh, they sound different live. Like, dude, we just watched them
He was
perform.
like, you should see them live. They sound different live. Like, what? That is live.
Oh,
Young
you know,
Hill.
before I go on, Young Hill, yeah. Before I go on, I will say the part where we see like a good moment between Scott and Kim, who's the drummer of the band. Who we learned that they have been in a relationship, but like in the past, it did not end well. We don't really know what exactly happened, but like that moment where he's like, I'm sorry, I was a jerk. At like by the end of it, where he gets his one up and he comes back to like fix everything, and like that's kind of like their moment. With their moment, like, okay, we everyone needed this. This is good. Like it kind of resolved a little bit of that tension between those two characters because she was just kind of being an asshole to them, but rightfully so. Yeah, I mean, like, did it all? Like I already answered. Did it age well? No. Not completely. It's a good watch, but it's
However, comma.
it's a lot of
It'll get very canceled in this time.
controversial jokes. I will say, I fucking love Ramona Flowers and I love Mary
my
Elizabeth
God.
Winstead.
She's gonna get her own episode, y'all. I can tell y'all that
Yeah.
right now.
Yo, Sky High.
That's
Sky
what we
High.
said.
We've already
could-
talked about this. We've planned this out. Oh shit.
I'm down.
But yeah, I think that's it for me.
But you know what's crazy, Dan? Now that I think about it,
What?
she shows absolutely like no emotion,
Nope.
and she pulls
By the
off her
end of it.
roles. How the hell did Brie Larson not pull off Captain Marvel? And this chick can pull off this. Like, it don't make sense. You know what I mean?
It's weird. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh yeah, Brie Larson was in this. Oh, this is, by the way, this is a great cast.
Yo, a bunch
Full
of
of people that-
Marvel
Chris
DC
Evans.
heroes.
Chris Evans,
Yeah,
Brie Larson.
He looks nice.
Eagle eyebrows.
Brandon
what's
Routh.
the guy? Brandon Routh. Obviously. What the hell's his
I
name?
just fucking
Michael Cera.
Chris Evans was
Michael
a
Cera.
fucking.
I was gonna say
jockstrap.
Caesar Ramon.
And-
That's Joker from the '60s Batman.
Yeah. Anna
Mary
Kendrick.
Elizabeth Winstead,
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick,
Audrey Plaza.
Mae Whitman, who was in
that was what's her name? Roxy.
Duff. Yeah, Roxy, who was in Duff.
I got you.
That was her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
got
Oh,
you.
we got the dude from My Babysitter's a Vampire, the vampire dude.
Yeah.
By
boyfriend.
the end of it,
Evil boyfriend.
yeah. You said Aubrey Plaza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Hader was
He was the narrator.
the narrator. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
So it's a great cast.
That's
Didn't
interesting.
age well.
Yeah, great cast. Yeah, damn. All right, that's enough of me.
Yeah,
I
great cast,
can
great
keep
cast.
talking.
Julian.
Julian.
Okay. So I chose the anime Rascals Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Gotta
And to tell you-
slow that down, buddy.
Okay, slower, all right. Called Rascals Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. That good?
Better.
Okay. And to tell you, the name has nothing to do with the show in general. Basically.
All right, so what's the synopsis?
So that was all right. So we meet our main character named Sakata Aizawa. He is a lonely person. He really talks to nobody. He only has like 2 friends. He's not a social person. And so at some point when he's in a library one time, and he's just looking for a book for class, and he sees this girl in a bunny suit. and he's really confused. He's like, "What the hell is this?" So he's like, he follows her around for a bit, and she sees him, and she sees the girl moving her hand around to other people, yeah, like that. She sees to see if anyone can see her, and so he looks at her, and Sakata is he's like, he looks at her, and then she's like, "Oh, you can see me?" And she's like, "Yeah, why you in a bunny suit?" He's like, "Just forget what you saw today." And then he recognized her because she's a celebrity named Maisa. See if I pronounce this right. Sakura Jimai? Sakura Jimai? Yeah, I can't. Something like that. And he understands, he's like, why does nobody see you right now? So she's going through this thing that he likes to call, or they like to call on the show, puberty syndrome, which is basically.
He's getting your research out. Hold on.
I pulled out notes for it because I kind of forget the meaning. So basically, in the show, it's basically any wishes, insecurities, problems you have will basically manifest itself into something that you have to face every day. So since she's a celebrity, she deals like everyone notices her, and she thinks she gets overwhelmed. And so
She
her
doesn't want
wish,
the spotlight.
yeah, and so she gets overwhelmed. So she like wishes that nobody could see her. Puberty syndrome, being the bitch that it is, it manifests into that where she had to face it every day, where little by little people just stop seeing her. So Sakata notices this, and he tries to help her out, and that's basically where the show goes on from. It does get resolved, but there's also a bunch of other problems that he deals with later, like with other girls on other puberty syndromes, and he deals with his own problems at the same time.
So what do you vibe with it?
I vibe with it because I say the emotion and writing that they put into it to me is great, because the writing they put into Sakata, the main character, is how you say it, great. Because not only was the acting on point, I'm
That's what you
sorry,
say. It.
How you
Great.
say?
I
Great.
know. It was great. No, the voice actor, the Japanese sub voice actor, did a great job of showing emotion for Sakata. The writers did a great job of expressing how he feels and what he does and what he deals with. Because there's this one scene, guy put out like a spoiler on it, like saying it's gonna say a couple things that could show in the.
Well, actually, is this how old is this anime?
Didn't it come out like last year or the year before?
So
If it's very
2019?
recently, we'll put a spoiler tag right now. All right, and
So, like,
don't
3
listen
years.
up until this. Yeah, up until we say so. I'll put I don't know
Okay.
timestamps. I don't know. Go ahead.
So, in one of the arcs where he has to deal with his little sister's puberty syndrome, her sister loses his memories for what happened for the last 2 years. So he's upset by this, and he like has a mental breakdown of what happens. So then once he goes home, he meets a girl that he met a long time ago. It's is it what was her name? Shoko. Yeah, her name was Shoko. And he helps him out try to get through it, and he just breaks down because he's like how can I put this? He breaks down because he's like, I'm supposed to be strong for my sister. I'm supposed to help her out, and the way he broke down was really sad and it hurt. And basically, the emotion that shows, everything else in it is great to me. What was the other question?
Why did it why didn't you or did you want the main characters to be together?
Well, like I said, as the show goes on, you can see that Sakata and Maisa grow upon each other, and you can see the things they do for each other that are basically crazy. Sakata is so while she was going through her puberty syndrome, apparently, if anybody fell asleep trying to like knowing her, the next morning they would forget her basically.
Oh,
So there are like there are like
Jeez.
multiple people who fell asleep who knew about her and then forgot her the next morning and didn't know she existed. So he stayed up for about a week or two off of energy drinks and a bunch of other stuff until she put a sleeping pill so he could fall asleep because he was like draining his energy constantly, and she didn't want to do that. She didn't want that to happen to him. So the next morning he woke up and forgot her until he remembered because he wrote it in a diary, remembering everything.
did you think the relationship seemed realistic? Quote
No.
unquote relationship.
No.
No, the fucking puberty syndrome. It doesn't exist.
He met her by chance in a library wearing a bunny suit, and she's also famous. to me, like that's
Well, I mean,
he's
Tones
very lucky.
fucking put it on the nail. Like that doesn't exist. So
You don't go to a library to see a girl in a bunny costume. All I'm saying.
You know,
Captain America.
you never know what can happen nowadays. What if next time you go to the library, you do see a girl in a bunny costume?
Well, when
That
pigs
is
fly, you know.
unlimited. Damn, when was the last time I went to the library? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
When was the last time I went to when was the last time I read a book?
That's the most unrealistic part. Going to
I
a library.
Wow,
That's
I
fucked
like
up.
that that's what you
That's
you
fucked
took
up.
that away from it. Not the bunny costume.
I don't know if you said this or not, but like, what was she famous for? Was she
She was a
Just
famous
celebrity.
actress. She
Actress?
did movies, TV shows, commercials. She's basically everywhere.
where did you watch this on? Is it or do you know if it's on other platforms?
Yes, for
I
other
know
people
it's
too.
on
This should be
Crunchyroll.
on Hulu, I believe.
It is on Hulu. It is on Crunchyroll. I think it is on Funimation.
I'm
I'm not
not
sure.
sure.
Everything's on
Bible-
Funimation.
Watch
it on
Crunchyroll.
Oh,
Wait,
I will
wait, is it on Netflix?
No.
No. Okay, no.
No.
But it's on Hulu. I found it on there.
So did it age well? Considering it even just came out recently, like you were talking about.
Yes, because this is how I say this. So in the beginning, it was people looked down on it. They would how you say it. They never saw the show and they thought it was a terrible show. But once more and more people like started watching it, they started singing like, "Oh yes, this is great." So I think it did age well.
Well, I mean, from what I remember, when it came out, people were praising it right off the bat because they were like, okay, because at first, obviously, it looks weird because it's just a girl in a bunny costume, but it does,
library.
but it handles like real issues like anxiety, like depression, stuff like that, and it handles those
I
well.
was just about to say that.
Wow,
what
you
I-
wouldn't expect that.
Yeah.
I would say if you're this show will hit different to anybody who has dealt with insecurities, problems, or anything in their life during high school, and you can see it through the story. Like you come to understand it. You maybe not been through the problems, but you come to understand the problems.
It just works.
Yeah, it just works.
Okay, good job, Julian. Now with that done, Eric.
What it be? What you
got,
got,
man?
Eric?
All right. So for my movie, I chose Kim Kardashian Superstar, and no.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh,
You really gotta act up.
that was a
every
blooper.
time,
That
huh?
was a
Oh,
blooper. I'm
fucking
sorry. I had to.
God.
I'm sorry.
Didn't have enough fun last
They
week.
should have
huh?
ended up together. No, I'm just kidding. All right, you ready?
He finds a way. He finds a way every week.
every time.
But aren't you glad I'm here?
But go
Well,
ahead.
that-
Go ahead.
All right. So for
Don't let us
for
distract
this
you.
week, I chose. So my movie does not. It's not a comedic movie at all. It's nothing but tears. Yep, exactly. You got it.
I live for these moments.
All right. So I chose A Walk to Remember. Now, if you do not know what A Walk to Remember is, I'm sorry. It came out in 2002. I was maybe what am I say, 8? 6?
I was too.
I was 6 when this movie came
I
out.
was.
Okay.
Wait, what month did it come out?
2002.
Good conversation. I'm gonna
2002.
look it up.
2002. Jesus
I
Christ.
said what month, not what.
I don't know.
January.
January,
I was watching
yeah.
Netflix
That's
right
one
now,
as well.
guys. If you wanted to
Yeah.
watch it,
Don't watch it. You're going to cry.
it's on
So,
Netflix.
so what am I doing? Synopsis?
Yes, sir.
Synopsis. Yes.
All right. Jesus Christ, where is it so I can plagiarize it? All right. So it is about 2, not 1, but 2 high school kids, right? One is a high school senior who is like, I don't want to say he's an asshole, but he's like one of those
He's a jerk.
teenage
Asshole.
dudes
Jock.
that are not jock, but like they're just
Dickheads.
yeah, like if yeah,
He's a
like
tryhard.
his friend group is real weird to where they do
Is it-
like weird stuff to where
You say he's a jerk. You just. So you
I don't want to say
yeah.
jerk though, like because there's an
Cocky?
extent to it. Yeah, like real arrogant. There we go. Damn, I couldn't come
Okay.
up with the word. Thank you, Brandon. Like they're just real arrogant. So him and his friends, they all go out one night, and I think they're at this pool, if I'm not mistaken, this abandoned pool, and they're like all jumping in the pool, and then one dude like jumps and like fucks up, like he's like what's the word for it? Fuck, I can't. My train of thought is not working tonight. He like has serious energy. Yeah, he gets injured, real serious, and he gets caught. The boy gets caught, and they blame him for everything. Now, yeah, so he has to join a whole bunch of school stuff, like extracurricular activities, and do
bunch of squares.
do
community
service for his mess up. Thank you, Dan. So he joins like a theater club. I want to say maybe it's a theater club, and there's this young girl who's in the theater club. She's real shy. She's a church going girl. She's real innocent. So she helps him learn lines for this play that they have going on. So the first thing she tells him in the play, like before they start rehearsing all that, the first thing she says is, "Do not fall in love with me." And he's like,
"Yo,"
he's like,
"You think I'm about to do that?"
Like, what you mean? Do not fall in love with me?
I'm not gonna happen.
Like, what's up with you? Why you being weird?
What?
So as it goes on, they start to get to know each other a little bit better. His friends, like, since he's getting like tutored by her and stuff like that, his friends still make fun of her and all this stuff. He's like real chill, and then he gets to a certain point where he's like, "Yo, don't do that." Blah blah blah. One of the dudes try to they like Photoshop her face on like, I want to say a model's body, like in a bikini, and they like make fun
model
of her. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, I see why you mess with her." Blah blah blah. And then he like fights one of his friends, and then he ends up losing that friendship. And he's like, "I don't want them to do that to you, blah, blah, blah. It's not fair to you. I don't like that." So eventually, they fall in love. Basically. They literally
number one rule of Fight Club. Don't fall in love with him.
And she tells you, "I told you not to fall in love with me," blah, blah, blah. She loves him back. So the reason why she said that they get close, this is spoiler warning, I'm sorry, but this movie came out 20 years ago.
Old. It's all right.
You're allowed to
by this point, yeah. So it's Mandy Moore is the girl and Shane West is the dude.
That was.
Yeah, so she the reason why she don't want people to fall in love with her, don't want anything, is because she has cancer. She has leukemia.
Knew it.
Yeah. So
why do all these films that have someone cancer or dying, bro?
So she don't respond well to the treatment or nothing. Like, it's just looking at that point. And they get to know each other, they go on walks, they do things. Her father doesn't approve. He's like, "You just want my daughter for one thing." I want to say he's a reverend, but I'm not sure.
Pastor?
I don't remember.
He had to do something with the church?
Yeah, I think he's a reverend, but I'm not sure.
Reverend or pastor?
Yeah, pastor or reverend.
He might be a reverend.
We've said this line like 3 fucking times.
Doesn't matter. But he doesn't, and then he sees that he generally cares about her, all this other stuff he does for her. So I want to say, I think maybe they graduate or they're about to graduate. They graduate high school. They get married.
Huh.
Yeah, they get married. She changed him. He's not like a delinquent no more. Damn, that was the word. He's not a delinquent no more.
He's a good man.
Yeah, so they get married.
Church-going man.
She dies.
Church boy. Oh,
they
God.
don't show it. She dies.
Out, she dies.
Yeah, she dies. So
wait, does she leave a kid behind?
No, they didn't have no kids. Didn't.
I was gonna be like Clannad after story. Let's go.
No, it just never happened. So it ends with him still going to visit her father and him like still saying, "She taught me how to love," blah blah, all this other stuff. They like have a relationship after she's dead, which I feel like she didn't want her father to be alone, even though like when she was gone. This movie is not funny whatsoever. It's not romantic
ended it on
comedy.
a high note. Let's go.
You trying to
You're
cry
in
one
April
day.
much?
Yeah.
That show is.
God.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
Yo.
So
So-
we're on Ohana.
Yeah.
That too.
So that's my synopsis.
Why did you
That-
vibe with this, Eric?
So I watched this at a very young age. Very young. I want to say maybe I was 8 or 9, something like that. My mom.
You started your tragedy, yo.
Yeah,
It's
no, my
charted
mom would
depressing
make me
phase,
watch it.
young.
I still got it somewhere over there. I don't know where it is, but that's where I watch it on DVD. And
I feel that I've been watching Young and the Restless since I was like 5.
Jesus Christ, I want to say like 9 too. I was 9, but it just there's this beautiful moment where they're actually doing the play, and they actually have to like dress up as in character. And Mandy Moore comes out. You know she can sing. She got albums and all that. This is way before This Is Us. So she comes out, I want to say, looking like a bombshell. Like one of those 1920 to 1940 girls just looking beautiful, but like innocently beautiful.
You lost your train of thought.
Yeah. I just want to find a picture. That's why.
Oh, okay. It's like, damn.
She was that beautiful. Still gets me the breath taken away to this day.
Takes away my breath.
To this day, since 2002,
To this day. To this day.
9 years later.
That's what she looked like in the play?
That's what she looked like in the play. But in the movie, she looked nothing like that. Jesus, I gotta. It's like a total transformation from what he saw her as, but he got to know her like before. So the fact that he fell in love with her before, and then she like looked into like that. Like she wore makeup, she did her hair up.
It's
she
a
did all
Cinderella
that.
story.
Basically. So the reason why I liked it is because it felt so like, I want to say honest, to where you didn't have to push it or like lie about the story and like push it in ways that you think it would go or whatever. It just felt organic.
I'm gonna say this in a good way, but it feels almost like innocent too.
That's mostly what
Like-
it is too. Like it's one of them childhood stories that you're like, oh, well, this could happen, but like I see
Like
why.
Why didn't you want them to? Why did or didn't you want them to be together?
Oh, I did want them to be together because
course,
like
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
come on, man, come on. The whole time
She got cancer.
the whole time she's like, don't fall in love with me. He's like, why would I? She's like, all right, bet I'll help you. And then he like slowly gets to know her and like all that and just falls in love with her. And she's like, we can't be together. I have cancer. I can't be with anybody. He's like, but I want to love you for now. It's not all about the future. I want to live in the moment with you. I don't want to rush things.
Oh.
And she's like, she can't accept that. She accepted the fact that she's gonna die young and she's not gonna like
Live her life.
yeah, be able to do all that. So she just lives for her father, she lives for school, and she lives for church until she meets him and actually gets to know him. And then she lives for love, which is pretty cool if you ask me. All right, next. That was quicker than I thought.
I think
Uh,
you kind of already
I
answered
feel like,
this
yeah,
as well.
you answered
but
it really
we'll
well.
ask it again.
So-
Did the relationship seem realistic?
I feel like it's one of those stories that's like it's very rare. These occasions.
It's over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Nicholas Sparks book too. So like at this point, yeah, that man can write drama.
Like, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, but like the amount of movies that we've seen with one of the significant other has cancers, and then it ends with death is like a lot throughout years.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
was
It's like every
very
year
early
there's like 2 or 3.
I think cancer is just like a common enough thing
Now.
that like
Yeah.
it's relatable like as far as diseases go. Obviously that's not a good thing, but at this point it is. So people can obviously tell like, hey, if you have cancer, it could be hard, it can be very life threatening. So falling in love, it's just like it's the idea of like just,
Living
like,
in the moment.
life, yeah, living in the moment, life being fleeting, but like loving with all you have with the time you have left.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't want to try trying to sound disrespectful.
No,
It is what
I think we
No,
know
it's a
what you're
common
saying.
theme,
Yeah,
so-
Yeah.
It is a common
It's a
theme,
valid point.
But I want to say this was probably one of like the first ones to do it.
I was gonna ask, is it one of?
It's 2002. If I really think about it, there's not really much that like is that old where it does that.
Because it is a touching subject.
Like, I think the closest I can think is what? The Fault in Our Stars.
That's like 2008.
No, that was
No, that's like
14.
12.
12.
Yeah, 12.
50,
'Cause I saw that. I saw that with
2011.
I mean, have you guys been hearing about? It was like a couple months back, but like that Disney movie with the
Yeah, I saw it.
the guy with leukemia. I think it was leukemia.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, I did cry to that a little bit.
Is it
I
on
did
Disney
too.
Plus?
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. It's on
Yeah.
Disney Plus. It's
I'll
like
look
the
it up.
last song or something like that. No,
it's
not
based
last
on
song.
a real story.
Yeah, because it's by an artist.
It whatchamacallit? It was directed by one of the actors in Jane the Virgin.
Cloud. It's called Clouds.
Clouds, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty heavy stuff in that movie. It was
it is.
really touching, and then like the acting in it was really good. I think it was
real.
Oh, wasn't
was- yeah,
Stargirl
sure.
another one of those?
Stargirl was but
No, I'm just saying.
I don't
it's
think she had-
another-
I don't think it was one of that like she has cancer. It was more like a coming of age story.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. But that one was based on a book. I think that's why I thought that.
Yeah. But like it's based on a true story. So it did happen, and like afterwards, I did find like the music that and everything that the guy made. It's a good movie. I don't necessarily think it's a romantic movie necessarily. There's
Just
romance in it, but it's more of a drama. Well, it says it right there: drama, biographical, and music. But there's romance. I don't know if you got anything else to say, Eric? Oh, did it age well?
I honestly haven't watched it in a while. Like, this is all
You
off
got a DVD
memory.
in the case. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is all
Don't
off
worry
of
about it.
memory. So like, I really got to think
Yeah.
about that. I think potentially it's probably like cheesy at some points, but other than that, it's more like dramatic.
Mm.
Like when I say there's like no comedy in here, there's like no comedy. Like it's not.
It's just very
It's
serious.
just straight like storytelling, dramatic. If anybody has seen This Is Us, they know like that she Mandy Moore is like one of the best things about that show. It's the same thing with the movie, you know? So I mean, I guess it aged well. I'll let you know after I watch it later. Let you know. I'll get back to you.
It gives you the same reaction still.
I'll get back to you. If I cry,
Let's see if I cry again.
Yeah, see, look, if
I
I
was gonna
cry,
say.
then you know. If I cry.
That is it, Eric.
think.
That's it for this episode.
Sir.
Damn.
So that literally just wraps up both our both Valentine's Day specials, since we've kind of split it into two parts essentially. First waifus and then romantic films or projects, I should say. Yeah, okay. So if that is it for this episode, thank you. Wait, hold on.
What was that?
Oh.
He got me. He got me. He was, thank you. Hold on. That was good. Good job, Dan.
Should we do it without Dan?
I was gonna say, who wants to just do it?
Brandon, go ahead. You the boss.
All right. I guess I'll do
Brian
it.
got,
I'll start it.
Brian got this.
Eric, you
Let's
ready?
go.
Yeah, let's
We're
do
tag
it.
teaming this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. Episode what, 83?
Yeah,
84?
82.
83 of our second part of our Valentine's Day rom-com episode.
So
This
I'll
is
pick
weird.
up for you, Brandon. As always,
Yeah.
if you're wanting to switch up where you listen to us or you want to recommend to us to your friends, we're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and more recently YouTube. Dan's been putting up some videos with some cool animations, so if you want to check those out, definitely like, subscribe, hit the bell. All
5
important things to
stars.
do.
Thumbs up.
5-star
like,
on
share.
iTunes. Just
Turn on post notifications.
All
Patty
that
will
good stuff.
ASMR read the
Yeah,
5-star
all
reviews
that
if you leave
jazz.
one.
We also, as we said before earlier, we have a new community Discord. So if you guys want to join in, possibly, get to know other people, get to hear us, get some news, we'll be posting stuff in the
chill
channels.
out too if you want.
Yeah, just chill out. We have
we're
some
in there. We're hanging out. We're playing games.
We got some channels dedicated for Valorant, League, I believe, and we're always willing to expand on more based on what people are going to play. I know that me and Patty are big on Borderlands, so if anybody else is big on that, we can definitely make some channels for that. But if you just want to come in here, play games, or just relax, make sure to stop by. And then also social medias. We're at Nerds Be Like Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you want to talk to Eric's gonna be the one on the Instagram.
He's not gonna be the only one. I watched it. I'm on there too, just in case.
Dan's on the Twitter, and guess who's back?
Dan's on the what?
Dan is the one controlling the Twitter.
Oh,
And if you ever have any comments,
Oh my
questions,
God.
concerns, any topics you want us to cover, give us a nice review. You can always email us at nerdsbellikepod@gmail.com, or you can also DM us. And please always review us.
Brandon, how about that merch?
Yeah, bro. I got the tank top on right now. I've been getting more swole at the gym, so this tank top is working way better. We don't just got tank tops. We got t-shirts, hoodies, baseball tees, long sleeves.
Mugs.
We got some tapestries. We got some mugs, some travel mugs, some stickers, phone cases. We got all that good stuff. We don't just got the basic Nerds Be Like logo. We got. Then you want to tell them what we got?
Yes, we have. Obviously, Brandon mentioned the logo. We also have a WandaVision inspired design, which has begun to gain popularity, much like the show. It's a little bit of a Vision Easter egg. We also have a Mando shirt. We have a King Kong and Godzilla shirt due to Patty's meme coming in once that movie's out.
Chadzilla.
Abomination situation, is that
Abomination.
That was by Eric.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I
with that,
can
but that
help
was
you out with
hilarious.
that. That's great.
Okay.
What you mean?
Oh man. Yeah, but we got some more coming in, literally based on like films or anything that coming up or anything funny what we said in an episode. Hey, look, Eric, you're styling us over there.
I put him on. So look at him. Look at his face.
All right, yeah, but that's it for the merch. Am I right? Yay! Did you guys mention everything before that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now
All right,
all we gotta
cool.
do is mention the links,
Links.
Dan.
Yes, I fucked up last week. It just said donations. It was meant not for us, but like resources for others. There is one thing I did want to touch upon because I didn't bring it up with you guys. 'Cause I forgot completely. But apart from our normal donations and resources for the Black Lives Matter movement and the coronavirus situation, I am gonna try to find a link or any type of thing for. It's just something that it's been coming up on my feed and everything, and they're right. There hasn't been talked about as much, but hate on the Asian American community, 'cause it happened, and no one's really talked about it, and
It happened in the beginning of Corona.
it happened at the beginning of Corona. It's happening a lot as well recently, and it's kind of fucked up. So it's not been talked about, but I'm gonna try to see if I can find any kind of resource for that. And I'll put it in the link in the description below, as well as the ones I said before.
Also, if you ever want us to,
there's another thing too. Go ahead.
If you ever want us to link anything in the descriptions for donations, all that stuff, you can always just let us know. And we'll do it.
Yes.
No OnlyFans links. We're not donating.
Way to bring it up.
That's
So
fucked
nice.
up.
He's the only one that will bring it up.
I will also add this
I'm
too.
serious.
He's the only one that acts up. What you mean?
To help out Texas at the moment.
My people.
Again, I'll also put a thing in the description.
Help out my people. We're frozen down here.
Eric's homeland.
Facts.
Literally, my aunt is suffering.
Yeah, well, I'll find a link
Jesus
or
Christ,
stuff like that.
Prayers up. I hope everyone.
Stay
I know
safe.
It's not really going well, but yes, please stay safe.
Run your
Yeah.
water.
What?
Yeah.
Run.
I don't
you gotta
know.
Run your water.
Did you just say run your
For
water?
the pipes
For what,
to go
though?
through. What do you mean?
Oh,
Down south, you gotta open your pipe. You gotta run the water. Keep it leaving so that shit don't, bro. It's ahead
Okay.
of
It's
y'all.
just Texas
It's going
wasn't-
over
Texas-
y'all, bro.
yeah.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Texas isn't suited for snow, so it's just
Well,
they
nothing-
don't
it's
really.
Never been.
Nothing's
Well,
insulated
yeah.
like it is up here. It's different.
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't have basements down there. It's different.
Built different.
Exactly. Texas.
But
Yeah.
like Brandon said, anything you want to send us for any
Not
type of
anything.
situation, let us know. Obviously, what Eric said too. Blah, blah, blah. But Tones, did you say what we're doing for next episode?
I did
assume not,
not,
so.
because I'm
Okay.
not gonna be there.
Are you? What is it?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Forgot this is the one. All right, Eric, why don't you do me the honors?
All right. So we got to have a watch party, speaking of. All right. So next week, we are going to get into the man, the master, and the myth.
The Menace. James Cameron.
James Cameron. Yeah, let me get to it. God damn it. Man.
You were taking so long.
So what? This episode's 2 hours. We're good. It's too late
Right,
for that.
Patty's complaining.
Patty's gonna be, me and him are gonna be a prominent part of that. We love James Cameron.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get Antonio to be there, but no promises. Probably not.
Wait, so what is it? What is this James Cameron cut?
We
So
are
James,
gonna watch
it's what it's called. James Cameron Director's Cut. Let's flat out say that. We're gonna watch. What is it?
3 movies.
Okay.
I don't know which 3 yet. Me and Patty haven't decided, but we're watching
All
3.
right. We're watching 3 movies.
Because he only
Before
has
that,
like 7.
They're good choices though.
Yeah. No Titanic. So if you don't,
No.
Sorry.
So that was the only one I
Nah.
watched. So
I hate you.
But yeah, no, that's what we're gonna do. And this is just only the beginning of Director's Cut episodes.
Quentin Tarantino's next.
starting with James Cameron.
I see now.
Yeah. I mean, when we get to that episode, you'll understand what we're talking about. But yeah. All right. So we'll catch you guys for that next week.
Hit you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Julian, for joining us.